You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. We have a Free Flag Friday in front of us right now, Heidi, and I'm excited to announce our winner of the Free Flag Friday. But before we do, I want to remind you to register because we'll do another one next week. I was just at Maximum Promotions recently, and I was in there talking to them, and they said they really enjoy that when people stop in. They're like, you guys have got the coolest people to listen.
Yeah, we do. I agree.
We do. You want to hear something else that I think is cool? There's a lady who works there. Lori Lee is her name, and she won a free flag from us. And when she went in to pick it up, she did a job interview and ended up getting a job there. How cool is that?
That's cool.
Lori Lee, thank you for listening. I think that's awesome. So anyway, if you get a chance, get on the website, sunnyradio.com, get registered, and we'll see if we can make you a winner as well. And our winner this week is Larry Galero.
Nice.
Congrats, Larry. Larry is the winner of our Free Flag Friday contest. Again, you can register for that at sunnyradio.com. And when you're there, you're going to see a thing that mentions this really cool prize that's going to be given away. Today is the final day to register, and you can do that as well. It's 2 tickets for an amazing event in Cancun in November, but today is the last day to register. And I got a special guest joining me today. He's also going to be there. The band Queensryche is one of the many bands that will be playing, so I'm going to see Michael the Whip Wilton in November at the Sands, and we've got him on the line right now. I'm excited to see you there, Michael.
Yeah, that's quite a show for us to go to, and we're very fortunate to be playing, the Sands. So I can hardly wait. That's going to be great.
It is so much fun. If you haven't had a chance to sign up, do it right now. RadioTravelGroup.com. Today is your last day to sign up for that. Now, between now and then, you're not going to be sitting around loafing. You've got a pretty busy schedule. As I look at this, your tour schedule for Queensryche, you guys are busy this year, aren't you?
Right. We're touring off our latest release, Digital Noise Alliance, and we're touring the United States, and it's going really well. We have a great package that we're touring with. All three of us all fall under the umbrella of metal. So it's very cool. The first band is called Trauma. They're Bay Area thrashers from the West Coast. And then we have the Marty Friedman band, who flew his band and himself all the way from Japan. Great musicians, great guitar player. He's the ex-guitarist from Megadeth. Us, and it's a very fun evening. We hope everybody can check us out while we're on the road. Check our tour schedules at Queensryche.com, blah, 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 blah.
And I'm going to throw a link to make it easy to find that as well. And I'm looking on here, and I see you guys are in Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Maryland, all over the place. Do you ever get tired of being on the road, or do you really enjoy being on the road?
No, we're fortunate to be doing this, right? Still after all these decades, I guess I can say. We love traveling. Obviously, it's been a major hiccup in the road with the pandemic. It kind of decimated everything, but we're out here rebuilding just like everybody else, and it's slowly getting back to normal, maybe.
Yeah.
By next year sometime, I don't know. But we're just finding our place, and we just love doing this.
Absolutely. Now, you were one of the co-founders of Queensryche back in 1982, and you guys have got some amazing music over the last several decades. Is there something that stands out to you, like the song that people like the most, they ask for the most when you're out on tour?
Well, it depends. It's varied because, now we have our old school Queensryche fans who have been with us from the 80s. But, now we're getting younger fans that are checking us out, and it's kind of a varied age group. But the songs, I think, that back in the late 80s, early 90s that were on MTV, those are usually the fan favorites. It's like Eyes of a Stranger and Empire and Silent Lucidity, Jet City Woman. Those were just big hits for us back in, the early 90s. So
I love when this kind of thing happens. I remember talking to somebody, their son is a fan of Queensryche and some of the new music you do, and he's like, oh, this band, it's this new band I love, Queensryche. And he's like, new band? I listened to them when I was your age. What are you talking about, new band?
That's right, and it's, who knows, maybe we're coming into an age where it's cool to go see 80s bands.
Absolutely. For me, it always has been. I'm a big fan. So, and again, if people would like to see you, you got this tour that's going on right now. And I see the stuff that goes through like the middle of April, and I'm assuming it goes beyond that as well. But that's kind of the current stuff. If they want to see the entire schedule, Queensryche.com, is that the best place to go?
Yeah, that's a great place to start. There's all kinds of social media outlets for us.
And then I look forward to seeing you in Paradise in November. I mean, the event, the Sands, that is such a great event. Like I was telling you before the call here, we've been to every single one of them.
I mean, this is a diversion from the shady theaters and clubs that we play. You know, we get to go to Paradise to perform. Yeah.
Planet Hollywood, brand new beach resort in Cancun, and the theater is amazing. You're going to love that theater. It's great. And then there's like pool parties all day long, and there's stuff going on all day long. It is a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing you there, sir.
Oh, thank you, and we can hardly wait. We're bringing the Queensryche machine to Mexico.
And if you would like to go, today is the final day to register for 2 free tickets to join us. Again, the event is in November, but today is the final day to register to win at radiotravelgroup.com. They ask some really tough questions like your name and an email address and a phone number. I mean, it's tough stuff. Again, radiotravelgroup.com, and we've got a link at sunnyradio.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit with not one, but 2 amazing guests. And we're going to talk about a thing called Miracles on a Mountainside. And I have Shawna Hill, a coach and VA recreation therapist. And I also have Stephen Holston, U.S. Navy veteran. And you guys are doing something pretty spectacular right now. We'll start with Shawna. Let's talk a little bit about what you guys are doing right now.
Well, we are here live in Snowmass, Colorado, with lots of powder on the mountain. Beautiful scenery for a week of therapeutic interventions. It's a week-long ski clinic, which is adaptive sports as well. And the focus is on the skiing. The VA Veterans Affairs and the DAV, which is the Disabled American Veterans Organization, hosts this event every year. This is the 37th annual event. And we come out here, we engage veterans in sports for the first time, or re-engage them in something they did in the past and they haven't been able to do since their injury, or they thought not possible since their injury. So it's about physically getting involved and psychosocial adjustment and rehabilitation. And for some, it's just carrying on after their first couple clinics. They come back and learn more and do more and just reconnect.
I love that. And Steve, again, first of all, thank you for your service. And have you been to this in the past, or is this your first year doing this?
Well, actually, this is the 37th year. I missed about 6 of them going to school, plus the COVID scenario for 3 years. But I came to every clinic except a few of them. And the very first clinic I went to was, the first clinic back in 1986 when I was an inpatient in Spinal Cord Injury Center, Palo Alto, California. I saw a poster on the wall before my discharge, and it was advertising the Grand Junction, Colorado Powderhorn Ski Resort ski clinic. And I asked my doctor if I can go to that because of my TBI, my brain injury. I just knew, all I remembered is I used to love to snow ski. He released me to go, and just to follow up with that, I remember the ski instructor riding with me on the lift going up the first time. Okay, Steve, get off the lift now. I forgot how to get off the ski lift. And so it's called the yard sale. My skis popped off. I fell off the lift. I got my skis back on with the instructor, skied around to the edge, and she said, I'm going to make an S. Now, you follow me, Steve. Yes, ma'am. So she goes down the hill, makes an S. She's an instructor. And I didn't make an S. I just went straight down the hill. I forgot how to turn. I forgot how to stop. I mean, there's people, hey, get out of the way, all the way to the bottom of the hill, big rubber mat at the end of the hill, kaboom, hit that big blue mat and bounced off the wall, and the skis popped off. I'm on the ground. The instructor comes down, helps me get back up. Next stop, Bunny Hill.
There you go.
And we did. Ground zero. Yeah. But, this clinic is just amazing. I had a lot of recovery in-house and as an inpatient at the hospital. But this clinic, shortly after my discharge, I saw the sign and the poster in November. By March the next year, I was on the mountain, and everything just click, came back so quick from my brain injury. And over the years, just everything just fallen into place.
I love that.
Yeah, I think what people don't understand is, with the brain injury, Stephen had to relearn to even write his name, to walk, to speak, and then here he remembers he skied, and then he has to come out and relearn to ski. So that's how far the track and journey is, and he's here every year. It's amazing.
I love that.
That is awesome.
Shawna, for people listening, it's probably too late to join this year. If they're sitting in South Dakota where I'm at, they're going, well, I'd love to do this, but there's no way. How do they get involved? If there's a veteran or maybe somebody listening who knows a veteran who maybe would be interested, how do they get involved in this for next year?
There's a website which would be great for people to go to just get a visual on what this is about. There's veteran stories and there's feedback. There's ways to get involved as a civilian or a sponsor, or how veterans just start the application process. It's wintersportsclinic.org. Again, wintersportsclinic.org. And there's a whole plethora of other sports going on here for the week that I know we don't have enough time to list, but anything from sled hockey to snowmobiling and rock climbing.
Cross country,
yeah. Even fly fishing. So there's something for everyone here. And we know how to make it work to meet their needs, no matter what their injury level is.
All right. Shawna, thank you for doing what you do, and thanks for your time today.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. And Stephen, thank you for your time, and also thank you for your service.
Yes, sir, indeed. Thank you.
Again, all of this is happening right now in Colorado. I'm going to throw a link to it so you can see everything that we were just talking about. It is absolutely amazing. I've got a link at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, March 31st, 1892, that Bishop Hare leaves Japan, bound for home in Sioux Falls. Did you know one of the first Westerners to travel to Japan and China on a peaceful mission to build relations with the people of those nations was from Sioux Falls? Bishop William Hare, Episcopal Bishop over the Dakota region. Although up to his waist in work of his own, he was unanimously voted by the Episcopal House of Bishops to leave the Dakotas and oversee matters in the Kingdom of Japan on February 4th, 1891. Already famous in this area for leading the fundraising and construction of All Saints School and Calvary Episcopal Cathedral, as well as his strict preaching against divorce, drunkenness, and other vices, he felt it was his duty to answer the call, where he made not one but 2 trips to Japan and ended up in China as well. While in Japan, he confirmed 415 people, licensed upward of 30 catechists, and even ordained 6 deacons. This Day in Sioux Falls History is brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Friday, March 31st, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Equity markets moved on Thursday, but it may be another top in a frothy market. The latest rally is driven by hopes the banking crisis is already behind us, despite the fact that the FOMC is on track to hike rates one more time this year. The risk for traders is that the PCE data release will be hot or hotter than expected and keep the Fed hiking until later in the year. If the market cannot move higher today, it will confirm resistance for the 3rd time this year. Such a move would keep the S&P 500 range-bound until the second half, when there's an expectation for earnings growth. Until then, investors should stick to their investment plans and use the market dips to load up on their favorite stocks. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at MarketBeatMinute.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.